Jaylen, when you went back and looked at the film from Game 3, what stood
out? Defense. I think just how we started the game, we got to keep that. We got to expect them to come out aggressive, and we got to guard.
That just replicating the mindset, knowing that Miami's going to make adjustments?
For sure, and I think that what they do best is kind of like they play fast, they run off screens, they try to create, some confusion. So we just got to be disciplined, chase those guys around, make them uncomfortable.
You talked about wanting to win the fight in this series. Obviously, there's been some chippy moments so far, whether, talk back and forth. Which is it just like embracing that in this series, and how do you feel like you guys have responded to some of that stuff?
I think we just getting started. I think that, it's been decent so far, but I think we definitely got more that we can give and tap into. So as each game comes, we build more confidence and we get more comfortable with the fight. But we expect Miami to come out being ultra aggressive tonight.
Jim, you've talked a lot about playing fast this season, and Miami kind of wants to lull you into playing slower. So what's the challenge there, playing at the tempo that you want to play at?
I think Miami's been mixing it up. I think the first game they tried to get us into playing slow, then the third game was trying to get us into playing slower. But the second game, it was extremely fast. So just got to be ready for whatever adjustments is to be made, and we got to play Celtic basketball, and I think we'll be fine.
Jim, you talked about fast start in the game and taking the crowd out of it. It seems like you guys were able to do that in Game 3. Is that key for you guys tonight, kind of get out here and crowd out?
Yeah, a good start is important. It allows them to build confidence, if not. So we want to make sure we get off to a good start tonight.
Joe finished 4th in the Coach of the Year voting. What do you think about that position for him? And just in general, how do you feel like he's grown as this year has gone on?
I think Joe has definitely found his footing, even just the growth from last year to this year. I think a lot of it had to do with just being in an interim role and not being as secure with the staff. And now this year, you could tell and notice the difference. I think we've been organized. I think we know what we want to get, and it's been great. So I give a lot of credit to the coaching staff. And Joe, I think he's been really good this year.
What do you envision the playoff identity of this team?
Defense, playing fast, moving the ball, embracing the fight, the physicality of the game, and just executing down the stretch.
Getting the ball to Kristaps has been a big part of, the offense all year. Game 2 was difficult. You were able to do it more in Game 3. Have you just kind of figured out where to get the ball to him in his spots and just try to set him up to, have him succeed?
Yeah, we need Kristaps to be physical, be able to own his space. I think the difference in Game 2, they were trying to push him off his spot, some of those post entries, or make it seem like he's not available. When he comes out aggressive and ready, and he's knocking down shots and he's owning his space, that just alleviates so much pressure for everybody else. So even if he's not catching the ball, be aggressive and owning his space, because it draws attention, and we need KP to do that tonight.
He said the game 2 was like his worst games at Celtic. The 2 days between games were like the longest days for him. He obviously hasn't been through a lot of these like long playoff runs like you guys have these last 2 years. Are there things you have to tell him about kind of the process, the mindset it takes over the long haul?
Yeah, I mean, that's the playoffs. It's a lot of ups and downs. It's different series, different matchups. You just got to be ready to go. It's going to be good days. It's going to be bad ones, but hopefully it's going to be more good ones than bad for sure this year. So as long as everybody comes in focused and ready to go, I think we'll be all right.
After the Game 3, when Jason said that KP's, maybe arguably the most important player on this team to get where you guys want to get to by the end of June, do you share in that sentiment? And if so, why?
I agree. I think each series varies, but, especially in a series like against Miami, where they want to switch and they're aggressive, KP just provides that outlet for, to take the pressure off of everybody. So aggressive KP definitely changes the dynamic for his team, so I would agree.
You guys have played a lot of long playoff series over the years. Obviously, it's a different team this year, but what needs to be the urgency to kind of not give them life in this series and kind of take this one tonight?
Yeah, like I said, we got to win the fight. You got to expect Miami to come out desperate. They want to win. They don't want to go down 3-1, so they're going to come out physical. We can't expect to get any calls. We can't expect that. For it not to be physical, we just got to embrace it, and tonight should be some fun.
Jim, do you relish the opportunity to beat this team on their home floor again?
Absolutely.
Presented by your New England Ford dealers. Built for America. Built Ford proud.